Nestled on the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea lies Israel, a land steeped in history and etched with the stories of civilizations past. This small, yet profoundly significant country has been a focal point of human civilization for thousands of years. Its landscapes are a living museum, where every stone and every path tells a tale of ancient peoples and empires that once thrived here. From the ancient Israelites, who laid the foundations of monotheistic faiths, to the grandeur of the Roman Empire, which left its indelible mark on the region with its architectural marvels and roads that connected distant lands, from the fervor of the Crusades, where knights and warriors clashed in the name of religion, to the long reign of the Ottoman Empire, which brought its own unique blend of culture and governance. Israel has been a crossroads of cultures and empires. Its strategic location made it a coveted land for conquerors and traders alike, a place where East meets West, and where diverse traditions and beliefs have intermingled over millennia. Today, it stands as a vibrant democracy, a hub of innovation, and a land of enduring faith. The modern skyline of Tel Aviv, with its bustling tech startups and vibrant nightlife, contrasts sharply with the ancient streets of Jerusalem, where history and spirituality are palpable in the air. But this modern nation is forever intertwined with its tumultuous past, a past marked by both triumph and tragedy. The echoes of historical events resonate through its memorial sites and landscapes, where ancient and modern structures stand side by side, telling a story of resilience and continuity. In this exploration of Israel, we'll journey through time to understand the forces that have shaped this small but significant nation. We'll witness the dawn of civilizations, the rise and fall of empires, and the enduring spirit of a people who have called this land home for generations. We'll delve into its ancient roots, exploring the remnants of early settlements and the profound impact of the Israelites. We'll trace the rise of Zionism, a movement that sought to re-establish a Jewish homeland, and the struggles for independence that culminated in the birth of the modern state of Israel, and the ongoing search for peace. The quest for harmony in this region has been a complex and often painful journey, marked by negotiations, conflicts, and the hopes of countless individuals who yearn for a future where peace prevails. Join us as we unravel the complexities of Israel, a nation where ancient echoes mingle with the rhythms of modern life. From the sacred sites that draw pilgrims from around the world to the bustling markets and contemporary art scenes, Israel is a land of contrasts and coexistence, where the past and present are in constant dialogue. Together, we'll uncover the layers of history and culture that make Israel a unique and endlessly fascinating place. Israel's story begins millennia ago, in a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. The land we now call Israel has been a crossroads of civilizations, a place where cultures, religions, and empires have intersected and left their mark. It all started with the ancient Israelites, a people who forged a covenant with God, a sacred agreement that would shape their destiny and identity for generations to come. They established a kingdom in the land of Canaan, a region that would become the heart of their spiritual and cultural life. This land, promised to Abraham and his descendants, was more than just a physical territory. It was a symbol of divine promise and a testament to their enduring faith. Over time, this land became the cradle of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, three of the world's major religions that have shaped the course of human history. These religions, each with its own unique traditions and beliefs, have found a common ground in the sacred city of Jerusalem.
The Israelites, led by figures like Moses, who delivered them from slavery in Egypt, Joshua, who led them into the Promised Land, and David, who established Jerusalem as their capital, established a powerful kingdom centered in Jerusalem, a city destined to become a beacon of faith for billions around the world. Jerusalem, with its ancient walls and sacred sites, stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of the Israelites and their profound impact on the world. However, the Israelites' hold on their land was often tenuous, as they faced numerous challenges and invasions from powerful empires. Conquered by empires like the Babylonians, who destroyed the First Temple, the Persians, who allowed them to return and rebuild, and the Romans, who once again brought destruction and exile, the Jewish people faced periods of exile and dispersal, scattering them across the globe. Yet even in the diaspora, scattered across continents, they clung to their faith, their traditions, and the dream of returning to their ancestral homeland. Through centuries of hardship and perseverance, the Jewish people maintained their identity and their hope, passing down their stories and prayers from generation to generation. This yearning for Zion, the poetic name for Jerusalem and the land of Israel, was a powerful force that sustained them through the darkest times. This enduring hope would echo through centuries and ultimately fuel the Zionist movement, a modern effort to return to their ancient homeland and rebuild a nation.
In the late 19th century, as anti-Semitism surged across Europe, a new movement emerged, Zionism. Led by visionaries like Theodor Herzl, Zionism sought to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine, the land of their ancestors.
Motivated by a desire for self-determination and a safe haven from persecution, Jews from across the world began migrating to Palestine, then under Ottoman rule. These early Zionist pioneers faced immense challenges, harsh conditions, resistance from local Arab populations, and political obstacles. Yet they persevered, establishing agricultural communities, building cities like Tel Aviv, and laying the groundwork for a future state. Little did they know that their dream of a Jewish homeland would soon be tested by the fires of war and the complexities of international politics. Section 4, Birth of a Nation, 1948 and the War of Independence. The horrors of the Holocaust, which claimed the lives of 6 million Jews, added a sense of urgency to the Zionist cause.
In 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into two states, one Jewish, one Arab. The Jewish leadership accepted the plan, but the Arab world rejected it, setting the stage for a bloody conflict.
On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, standing tall and resolute, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. The very next day, neighboring Arab armies invaded, determined to crush the fledgling nation.
The War of Independence, as it came to be known, was a desperate struggle for survival. Against all odds, the outnumbered and outgunned Israeli forces prevailed, securing their independence and redrawing the map of the Middle East.
In just 6 days of fighting, Israel decisively defeated its enemies, capturing the Sinai Peninsula, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. This rapid and overwhelming victory not only expanded Israel's territory significantly, but also had far-reaching consequences for the region. The war displaced hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, creating a refugee crisis that persists to this day. The conflict also further entrenched the cycle of violence and mistrust between Israelis and Palestinians, a cycle that continues to shape the geopolitics of the Middle East. The capture of East Jerusalem in particular was a momentous event. For the first time in nearly 2 millennia, Jews had control over the Western Wall, one of their holiest sites. This was a deeply emotional and symbolic victory for Israel. However, the war also meant the occupation of territories with large Palestinian populations, leading to ongoing tensions and conflicts. The international community was divided in its response, with some countries supporting Israel's actions and others condemning the occupation. The war had profound consequences, expanding Israel's territory, displacing hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, and further entrenching the cycle of conflict in the region. Narrator, media, historical footage of Arab-Israeli conflict, modern-day scenes of divided territories in the West Bank, Israeli and Palestinian protesters clashing. In 1967, facing existential threats from Egypt, Syria, and Jordan, Israel launched a preemptive strike that would alter the course of the Middle East. The Six-Day War, as it became known, was a stunning Israeli victory. The war's outcome reshaped the political landscape of the region, leading to new alliances and enmities. The territories captured by Israel became points of contention in subsequent peace negotiations and conflicts. Israel launched a preemptive strike that would alter the course of the Middle East. The Six-Day War, as it became known, was a stunning Israeli victory. S2. Media, Israeli Air Force jets taking off, archival footage of Israeli military strategy rooms, modern-day commemorations of the Six-Day War. Section 5. 6 days in June, the 1967 war and its aftermath. The war's brevity and decisiveness were unprecedented. Israeli forces demonstrated remarkable coordination and effectiveness, achieving their objectives with speed and precision. This military success bolstered Israel's confidence in standing on the world stage, but it also set the stage for future conflicts and challenges. The shadow of war loomed large over Israel. The victory in the Six-Day War brought a sense of security and triumph, but it also came with the heavy burden of occupying and administering newly acquired territories. The complexities of governing these areas, along with the aspirations of the Palestinian people for statehood, created a volatile and often violent environment. The legacy of the 1967 war continues to influence the policies and politics of the region, making it a pivotal moment in the history of the Middle East. Section 6. Yom Kippur War, a nation caught off guard. On Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish calendar, a day of fasting and atonement, tragedy struck again.
In 1973, Egypt and Syria, seeking to reclaim territories lost in 1967, launched a surprise attack on Israel. The Yom Kippur War, as it became known, caught Israel off guard, shattering the nation's sense of invincibility.
After initial setbacks, Israel rallied, pushing back against the Arab advances. The war, though militarily a victory for Israel, came at a heavy price. Thousands of soldiers perished on both sides, and the psychological scars of the conflict ran deep.
The Yom Kippur War served as a stark reminder of the constant threat to Israel's security and the need for vigilance in a volatile region.